Okay, hello everyone. My name is Hilmy Ahmad from Class D. Hope you are going always well today. So this video, I'm gonna share my reflection for our sociolinguistic in education midterm. Basically, I'll talk about two case studies I analyzed in my paper. The first one is about the code switching and translanguaging in English class, and the second is one is language, gender, and classroom interaction. Both of these are really close to our daily classroom life. But like when we were in the class, and sometimes uh, the teacher mix language and mix English and Indonesian or even Sundanese just to make sure everyone's getting understand. Okay, honestly, when I read this case, is I was like, yeah, that's literally what happens in the real classroom. I remember my English teacher switching to Indonesian whenever the whole class is look confused. So for me, sociolinguistic is not just theory; it's something that we can see the feel in the class. It shows how language connect people, culture, and society, not just grammars, fields, or grammar rules. All right, let's move to the first case. The first case is code switching and translanguaging. Okay, so the first case is talk about code switching and translanguaging in an English classroom. The teacher start in English, but then she switch Indonesian because the student look confused, and of course some students even whisper in Sundanese to help each other. It happens a lot in Indonesian, right? Yeah, because our classes are naturally multilingual. So code switching means changing from language to another, like from English to Indonesian or Indonesian into Sundanese. Meanwhile, translanguaging means using different language uh, together in one conversation to help meaning flow naturally. Uh, what I learned is that switching language can actually help students learn better. It's not a weakness, it's a smart strategy. The teacher used Indonesian to explain grammar clearly, while students use Sundanese to make sure they understand. It's like teamwork between language. This also boosts student confidence. When they can use the language they are comfortable with, they participate more actively. But yeah, it's important. Balance is important. If we rely too much on one language, students might get less English exposure. So teachers should manage it well. Maybe explain it in Indonesian, but ask students to respond in English. I like the idea that translanguaging is not cheating. It's a bridge to help students connect their idea and knowledge from one language to another. Okay, so instead of saying only English, please, maybe we can say try English first. But it's okay to use Indonesian if you are stuck. That way, students feel safe and still practice English. Uh, okay, this remind me how my friends and I sometimes switch languages to survive in the class. It's totally normal, and I think teachers should see the part of learning. Now let's move to the second case: language, gender, classroom interaction. In this situation, male students ran to dominate speaking time. They are talk more, interrupt more, while many female students stay quiet. Honestly, I've seen this too sometimes, guys. Are just more confident to speak even if their grammar is not perfect. Meanwhile, girls are often more careful and afraid of being judged. This connects the sociolinguistic topics like gender and power relation. It shows how society expectation influence classroom talk. Like boys are expected to be outspoken, while girls are expected to be polite and quiet. So when girls don't speak much, it doesn't mean they don't know the answer. They might just feel shy or unsafe. As a future teacher, we really need to be aware of this. We have to make the classroom a safe space for everyone. One thing we can do in this create smaller group to quieter students have more chance to talk. Also, we can encourage them with praise like that's a nice try or good effort to build the confidence. I think gender really affect confidence in language learning. So teachers should normalize mistake like it's fine to have an accent or mixed word. Everyone's learning. uh, in the end, teaching is not just about language, it's about respect and equality. Everyone, no matter gender, deserve the same space to speak and be heard. It's kinda sad but true, right? Sometimes we forget that being confident doesn't always mean being more capable. Teacher really need to balance the classroom energy, alright? After reflecting about case, I realized that language, identify, and society are deeply connected. When student mix language is not laziness, it's smart learning strategy. When students are silent, it might not mean they don't understand. Maybe they just feel not uncomfortable yet. Sociolinguistic really opened my eyes. It makes us more empathetic and aware the teaching and language means teaching people with different background, identity, and feelings. So yeah, multilingual is a resource, not an obstacle, and gender awareness is a responsibility that every teacher should have. I think this is one of the biggest takeaway for me from this course is really change how I see classroom communication or classroom management. Uh, Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Take care and see you around. Okay.